Hey Kensington, I am here with Mary Lynn. She is an emergency room nurse at Detroit Receiving Hospital, and she's also on the medical team at the Clinton Township campus. Thanks so much for being here with us today, Mary Lynn.
Course, of
We know
course.
that Detroit is becoming one of the hardest hit areas with COVID. So we just really
Mhm.
want to hear from you and better understand what your work environment is like during this pandemic that's hitting really close to us in our community.
Mhm. Um, it's difficult. We have where I work, we're not the biggest ER, so our space is limited, but we are having like a surplus of people coming in. Most of the time, it's people who, with the COVID, that are experiencing the difficulty breathing, because it's really where we tell you everyone to get medical
Right.
attention. But I've been fortunate that we've been blessed with an amazing team, and we have my hospital. We're connected to Harper Hospital, and we've been transferring a lot of patients there when they're admitted. So we thankfully haven't run out of room yet, but we're usually full for the most part. And the workload's hard. It's very trying, and wearing the all the gear doesn't really help because it
Right.
gets tired. You can't really breathe with that on. But um, yeah, my team has been amazing, and like I said, thankfully we haven't run out of like vents or like equipment as far as other hospitals have. We've had a ton of donations from people for like protective gear. Painters have dropped off extra masks for us. We've had family members of coworkers buy things online. Our residents and our doctors are buying us all respirators, which have been there was a GoFundMe page for us. So we're all eventually getting respirators, which will be a little easier to manage.
Right.
So we can actually breathe a little better.
Right.
But it's taking more of like an emotional toll on all of us, because we see these people come in and they decline really fast, and there's nothing we can do.
Right.
So that's hard. And the hardest part is having no visitors, because these people are alone.
Yeah.
That's what, on top of the workload, we've managed. We're a trauma center. We've managed traumas. We've managed a lot of really, really sick people that, as an I'm an ER nurse, but I'm also an ICU nurse, because we have so many ICUs that we hold if the ICUs are full. So the workload is extensive, but it's, we're managing. But the emotional part is where you try not to take it home, but sometimes it's hard to,
Right.
because people that are coming in, they're sick, and then they do decline really, really fast, and we can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So how does your faith play into that? I can
um
imagine, you have some hope that other people may not have, and I'm sure
yeah,
just you are a beacon of light to the people that you interact with. Like you said, a lot of them are, well, all of them are isolated. They can't have anyone else. So
yeah.
you're kind of the only person, that they're able to interact with. So how does your faith play into that? How does it keep you going?
I'm still on my like spiritual journey, and I'm still like learning stuff. I'm
Hmm.
probably at the level as a lot of other people, but I definitely, think about it and just realize like this is all in God's hands, and whatever is meant to be at this point is supposed to happen. Whether that is, losing some people, and, putting your faith first, and just, every day I go to work, I just say like a quick prayer of just keep me healthy. Because if I'm not healthy for other people, I can't help other people. Um, so it's hard. And to be 100% honest, it's trying with my faith a little bit, just as you see, I don't want people to suffer,
Right.
and a lot of people that are. And as a medical professional, I can't help. And that's what I'm trained to do, is to help and intervene for certain things, and I can't. So I just trust in this process. And I'm thankful that I'm healthy, that I can go to work and be able to help and not, not stuck at home sick or anything. And
Wow.
it's rough to
Yeah,
say.
you're strong for sure. I mean, the fact that you're just putting um, your patient's needs before your own, and you're really just a warrior and going right into battle. So I can't
Yeah.
imagine. How is it like at
Yeah.
home? You have two kids, and your
Yeah.
fiance
Um,
got COVID, but he's okay.
yeah.
Praise God.
Yeah. He's an EMT in Detroit as well.
Okay.
Um, he tested positive. I think it was Thursday he got the confirmation. But thankfully he's okay. I mean, he has like a low grade fever on and off. So I'm thankful that he's not, sick, because we actually had a coworker who had it and he was, at home very sick. Um, very sick. So I'm thankful that he doesn't really have a lot of the major symptoms and that it hasn't progressed into something, because it can progress from nothing to the extreme kind of in the blink of an eye. And my kids are good. They're starting to get a little bit of a low grade fever, but they don't look sick or anything. So being in the house with everyone, I'm sure we're all exposed to it. And, my big worry is that I brought something home, even with all the precautions. So I just, that's another part of where I've been praying a lot, that that God just watches over our house to keep us all healthy and safe. Because if they get sick and I'm at work, I can't be there to help.
Right.
So,
Right.
but it's good. It's a lot of cleaning.
Right. Doing the best you can, right? That's
But
all we can do.
yeah,
Yeah, and I
for the
think what you said about it is a time that tests our faith. Like we can all be
mm,
honest about that, and God wants us to be honest about that. He wants us to come to Him and
yeah.
lament and be like, "What are you doing? Are you paying attention?" So, yeah, I'd encourage you to
Mm,
keep being honest, and that's okay to have those
mm,
feelings. I think it's really hard. It's hard to understand,
yeah.
but seeing the people like you, that gives me hope, and that gives me um, that I see Jesus and people like you, that just sacrifice. So thanks so much for what you're doing, and know that at Kensington, we're praying for you. We're here with you.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, and
Thank you.
thanks so much for taking the time to talk with me today. I really appreciate
Of
it.
course. Of course.